Alright, hello and welcome back to another episode of Songs of Six. On today's episode, we want to expand the forage. Down over here, we'll expand it across the street right here. We'll want to get a masonry. That way we can make more polished stone. So we'll put another one up here somewhere. That way we can get a lot of our like basement upgrades, start unlocking fancy wells and so on like that. Of course, expanding the forage will require more housing, so we'll probably create some more housing over here. And then, last but not least, maybe flesh out some more of these jobs like carpentry. We're falling a little short on furniture still. But other than that, before we start any of that, let's decorate where everything began, right here in the middle. So we'll get some of these pillars in here and some of the statues around the town hall and around the first market before we start anything else. So we'll get it right into that time lapse. Alright, another raider finally showed up. And what's his name? Bob the Merciless. Looks like we got another bandit here. This is Bob the Merciless. Ooh, he has 116 soldiers. I have 190 that look like they're ready, and they're trained to, I believe, 20% at least. Hold on, we're gonna check this out real quick. Yeah, 20%. Bob the Merciless, on the other hand. Okay, he has archer units. And his training is technically better than mine. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna start way up front. Alright, and we need these guys to chase down the soldiers. So I'm trying to overwhelm them with numbers. If we can crush this unit right here, then we can try to sandwich them, and that should lower their morale by quite a bit. Alright, we'll speed this up. Oh man, I hate when they do that. Like there's no need. Alright, sick. So we need them to position right up here. And then charge in. And let's just have them do that. And then have these guys do the same thing. And the morale is wavering. And we won. Now I believe that whole army was humans, so probably, I don't know if I accept them as slaves or if I may accept them as just people. I guess we'll find out. But we got plenty of bows out of that, which is nice. So we'll definitely use those. We'll accept that. And let's see if... I don't know if they're coming in as slaves, so we'll speed it up for a minute. Alright, and look at him, died happy. And we got quite a bit of denarii, so that was really good. I was a little scared at first, but we positioned our men better even though they were more equipped. than us. We'll just kill him. Now, if I had a arena... Oh, still the same people. If I had an arena, then I would use them as entertainment. Alright, looks like our metalsmith over here is up. And then our smaller one right here. Gronk. Filthy worm. Oh, what the heck is this? Okay. Leave it to the Oinkers to threaten us. So let's see what is going on with them. I mean, it says they have an army of 37, and I'm assuming that is like out and about right now. Oh, it says right here 37 conscripts, or sorry, 37 soldiers and 64 conscripts. So I'm guessing that means they have 64 in reserve. Now, they do have a ridiculous amount of money, so they could just buy soldiers. So I'm wondering what else I might be able to do. We'll just ignore it for now, see what happens. You know, suffer the consequences and all. So let's go in here. Not sure why it put it in the middle, but alright. And we will make a new unit type, and we'll make them archers. So we'll get 100 of them. They will have bows, and we don't have enough swords to hand out. We'll just give them bows for now. And we'll have them train up to 20%. And we could give them a little bit of armor. Since they're light archers, they'll just be levy archers. We'll call them that. Ideally, we do want to get them like swords, so they can defend themselves if they get a melee range. But unfortunately, right now, we won't be able to do that. And then, since we do got more leather armor, let's toughen up the 2 spear units we have right now. So that's going to use 500 in total. We have 600. And then what I'd like to do is get even another unit of spearmen. But a smaller one. So I think this is what we'll do here. Is we'll call these guys levy spearmen. And the same thing with these guys. Keep the larger unit levy. And we'll call these guys militia. And these guys will purely only exist to be town guard. But we will train them up. They'll just be a smaller unit. And we'll give them that one. There. Now what I need to do is allow them to be able to use this. Now the only weird thing is I don't know if only the people that are designated to use this will use this, or if everybody uses this. And that's what I'm not too sure about. And I forgot we had that one there that wasn't being used. So we can rapidly train people up. Now due to all of that. We will put this at 1350 to make up the difference since we have more people in training. And then we will execute more captives. And alright, so everything looks like it got built up. So currently we have another mason, which is larger than the first one, at least with worker size. So we're getting a little bit more than double the stone, cut stone that is. And then we've doubled up charcoalers. I like this design that I have, so I'm just gonna keep it standard and just copy and paste that over here. And then we made another metal smelter, another 2 metal smelters. So I kind of wanted this to be like a little courtyard for like open storage, but we can only do so much. So we got this large building and a small building right here. So we've at least doubled production. Probably not enough, we'll probably need more. Then we also have over here a smithy. Right now they're just making more tools, but if I really need, I can like set them on something else, which might do that, might not, I don't know. We need to make, oh actually we got money, I forgot about that. I'll probably just leave them on tools for now. Even though warhammers would be kind of nice. If we start hurting, we can set them back to tools, but let's make some warhammers. So, unfortunately though, even though we've doubled production, since I built another smithy, it seems to be stagnant again. So we might go and do another, we might build this up a bit more with more metal smelters. Down here. We still need to decorate everything too. So we'll do that. We'll add another words. What is this called? Metal smelter. So we'll add another one of those. We'll decorate up a bit. Probably have to make more housing. Just because we need more workers then. And then another thing we should probably do is get 5 more nobles. We could maybe do it in this corner here. Or this corner up here. But I'm kind of liking this corner here. So I'm not sure yet, but we'll speed up the game a little bit before we go do any more building. We need to get some trees and stone because we are short once again. So see you then. Alrighty, and we're back. So we're going to start wrapping up the episode right here, but let's go over everything that we've done. So we've expanded the forage down here. We just finished up another metal smelter, so it should start putting us in the green for our metal. But by next episode, if we're still struggling, we got another spot right here for another metal smelter. I'm really trying to get us in the green. That way we can start doing upgrades on other buildings and stuff that require metal to do so. We also put in this housing right here. Put a little market here, lavatory. Still waiting on certain resources to be able to upgrade these. We're having a really big issue with furniture right now. And that's mainly just because we recently, in the last episode, gave our population access to 2 levels of furniture. So they're trying to catch up right now. We require, it looks like 5,000 to fully fulfill. And we're only supplying about 1,500 so far. We did put down 1 carpenter though right here to help make up some of the difference. And then we've also have the nobles here, or new noble housing. We put in another masonry right up here. And then I'm also building another carpenter up here. But it's not done yet, but that's okay. It'll be done by next episode. So let's recruit some nobles before we wrap this up. Alright, so now we sit at 10 nobles. So, like I said, we already have 1 in carpentry. So I'm thinking we're going to put 1 definitely in master of metal smelters. We definitely have over 50 now. And that'll help produce metal more efficiently. Which, that increased it by a lot. Wow. Alright. What else? What else? I don't think we have 1 for bakeries yet. I know we're struggling on bread right now. So, actually, hold on a minute. We're gonna make you master smelter. Gonna make you baker. I believe we already have a tailor, right? No, we don't. I think we can have a tailor for right now. Help boost the clothing. And we could have a mason guy right now. And like I said, we can switch these around whenever we need. So it's not a big deal. But that's what we'll go with. And that should help increase our production by quite a bit. Yeah, you can just even see the warhammers here. We're gonna make a net of 22 now. It's kind of insane. So nobles, definitely worth grabbing as soon as you can. They boost your professions by quite a lot. And it could really help out with your settlement, especially when you stack them with your tech. And then later on, we don't have any tech points right now to really spend, but we definitely want to start getting basic refining filled out, and probably even some into basic baking. So that is it for this episode. What to look forward next is we'll start straightening up some of these that we're still lacking in. Fill in the rest of the settlement here with some more housing and what other professions we might want. Probably do a little bit of a hospital expansion. We've been having a few plagues and it's been bottlenecking. And Probably, maybe not next episode, but the episode after, we'll see. Depends on how fast these guys train up. Take our first town, and leave the 50 militia there to make sure everything stays solid with that. But everything's looking good. We're doing just fine. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Songs of Six. Please leave a comment down below. I do read them. And we'll see you next time.